Hey my YouTube warriors, thanks for tuning in for this video. For those that are new, welcome. My name is Anne, host of Coaching Coins, and I want to mindfully empower you to succeed in your career and financial world. Today I want to share with you some tips to explore if pharmacy is a good career for you and how to get the insider role into if this is something that would be your good fit. So first of all, for those that are interested in pharmacy, tip number one, make sure you go and explore and shadow someone who's doing what you like, aka a pharmacist in community setting, in a hospital setting, just so you can kind of know. Those are the two most common sectors that a pharmacist will work. I mean, there are other pharmacists that work in other sectors, but those are the two most common ones. So if you're interested in pharmacy, I would recommend to do that. And how would you ask? Well, let me tell you. Number one, if you're interested in a community setting like a retail, so Walgreens, CVS, grocery stores like H-E-B, Tom Thumbs, wherever you are, you get the idea. So in order to get into those and you are pre-pharmacy student or just student who are interested, I would recommend you finish your CV or a resume, bring a hard copy. I know this sounds really traditional, be like, I don't want to talk to people. Well, guess what? You got to talk to people. Okay, so let's get over that. So you have to finish your CV or resume, 1 or 2 page, print it out, yes, on paper, and take it to the stores directly. Yes, you got to go in person and talk to the pharmacist and just kindly go up to the pharmacy and pick the hours that are not busy. So usually the weekends tend to get a little bit busy in the retail setting, but if you go really early in the morning or towards the not late afternoon, I know it sounds like they're busy every day, right? Which they are, but their certain time is not as peak. So like I would say the first thing they open in the morning, 1 hour after they open, just because when they open they're gonna get inundated with voice messages and so kind of that peak time of 1 hour after they open and like 1 hour 30 before lunchtime, because you don't want to disturb them during lunch. So that's a peak hour there, or a good time for you to go visit. Or usually 1 hour after lunch or so, and I would say 2 hours before they close. Again, this is kind of a general rule of thumb, but those are good hours for you to go and trying to talk to a pharmacist. And what you just need to go is go up the counter, be like, hi, my name is Anne. I'm a student, I'm interested in pharmacy and would love to talk to the pharmacist. And before you even do that, make sure you have some questions ready. So this is just a introduction, okay? Not like an interview. So just make sure your CV ready. The pharmacist will come up to the counter and just introduce yourself. My name is Anne. I'm a pharmacy student or a student who's interested in pharmacy. I would like to know more about what a pharmacist does. This is my resume, and I was just hoping to have 10 to 15 minutes of your time, and then kind of carry the conversation from there. I would say most of the time, I would say 99%, most pharmacists are willing to help and say, yeah, that sounds good. Either they'll tell you to come back, or they will, set a time outside of their busy time and kind of talk with you. So there are some downtime in terms of the ability for you to talk to a pharmacist. To even increase your chance, I would recommend go to a pharmacy. That's where you get your medication, or where your parents get their medication, just so you already have that relationship and you're already a patient. So they kind of know you in a way and start really being able to help you. Okay, that's trick number 2. The other is if you're already working or wanting to work, like if you're already a cashier or whatever in a retail grocery store, again, if you have a pharmacy, there is a pharmacist there. So start going over during your break time and say, hey, my name is da-da. So just making that friendly introduction and kind of ask some questions about pharmacy, like what's your typical day? So you want to light out at least some questions ahead of time after the introduction, so you can kind of ask them to really know like if this is something that you like to do. So what is your typical day? what are some challenges being a pharmacist, what are the three most rewarding things about being a pharmacist that you enjoy, and kind of leave there. And then last is for someone who's interested to pursue pharmacy, what would be your recommendation to do? Those 4 questions will get you a lot of information. Either in the back of your head, you're like, oh my goodness, being a pharmacist is so cool. Or, okay, this is really boring. Like, that's not me. I don't see myself doing that. Then cool. If you already, you already put actions in and starting to know about the pharmacy world, and you're like, not my cup of tea, right? So that's how you approach a retail grocery store pharmacist to get to know them, as well as build a relationship and get yourself in. So I will make another video on how to do it on the hospital side, because it is a little bit different. So I'm going to share that in another video. One more thing I want to recap. It's so 1, get your resume ready. 2, drop in person. Don't email, don't call. I mean, you can, but they'll probably won't answer, or if they do, they'll give you a very quick, but if you're there in front of them, they can't turn you away. 3, prepare some questions, 4 questions to really understand their role. And 4, if you're already working at a grocery stores, just go and casually do the same process, but now you have more time to come back and provide that. The 5th bonus tip is that if you're already working there and you're a cashier, you can ask your store manager to transfer you to the pharmacy when there are opportunities, and that's what I did. So you can start out as a tech trainee. And even when you're a cashier, you're in the pharmacy, there are downtime, you just talk to the pharmacist and pharmacy technicians, right? So just really take the opportunity to talk to them. Yes, guys, you gotta talk to them. You can look on the internet, read a lot of things, but until you talk to a real person, guess what? You don't really know much besides all the things that you read. It's like, it's good info, but you gotta live it, right? And the next close to thing of doing something is by shadowing them, or just really understand the workflow. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Please like the video, comment below. I love reading your comments. I enjoy it very, very much. So, and I would love to see what others are doing, other tricks that you have for other students or interested in pharmacy, and way to get into this very competitive field. And as always, subscribe to my channel and let's build this community up. Thank you, warriors, and take care. Until next time.